Life is good. Thank you for asking. I hope you and Alicia are doing well. Hey, we're definitely doing well for sure. We be at each other's throats, but we good. Hell yeah. Happy holidays. 100% happy holidays. Ooh, I fucked up. I fucked up. Yeah, I tried to roll it and shit, and I fucked up. I don't know how I fucked up, but I fucked up. They're like, man, you know how to roll, bro. You're a professional roller. I'm pretty sure you're good at rolling. When I want to. When I want to be good. Here we go. We're gonna load it up. Go like that. Good morning, my sister. Have a wonderful day. You guys already back? And if you're already back, I hope you enjoyed your time out there. Definitely look lovely as hell. Yeah. Hey, yeah, lighters up, everybody, man. Lighters up. Hey, we had fun. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. What did they replace the Colorado Bell with? That's what I want to know. Angela, how you doing? Welcome. Hell yeah, for sure. They better start acting right. They better get all these chores done. Nothing. Is the Colorado Bell still there? Like blocked, or is they take it down already? Okay. That'd be dope. And you can't walk in. You can't walk in it. It's closed. You can't walk in it. Man, it'll be dope to walk in it. One last time. I used to get the best fucking waffles there. Sick ass fucking waffles. Big ass giant waffles. I know there's a casino there that has an area for kids that has arcade and shit, man. So definitely, you know, one of my best spots to travel to and shit. It's been years, but definitely the best spot to travel to. Hey, cheers everyone. What up, Adi? How you doing? Welcome. Hey, just waking and baking. Let's go. What up, Adi? Forward Texas in the building. Love and respect. Hell yeah. Happy holidays, everybody. I know these holidays are a little off and shit, guys. They will get better and shit, man, as long as we make them better. 100% and shit, man, you know. Um, there's something in the air and shit, man. There is definitely something in the air, you know. I've been tripping and shit, man. Hey, we stayed on the Indian reservation about 20 minutes away from the strip. Oh, no shit. Was it cheaper? That's dope right there. What do you call it? I've been hearing a lot of stories about, waves, guys, water and shit, guys. I've been hearing a lot of stories about, you know, you know, I mean, people having dreams and shit, to that point and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And guys, I kind of feel like they're gonna try to wipe us out and shit, guys. And this is just me speaking out loud and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, they already have a 2030 map and shit, man. They already have a 2030 map and shit, man. Go look it up and shit, guys. It's gonna be hard for you guys to see it because you're not gonna be wanting to see it and shit, you know? It's gonna show you a lot of different maps and shit, but there's a 2030 map and shit, man, and it shows the West Coast and shit, man. And there's like 25% of fucking Arizona left and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a big old giant ocean and shit, you know what I'm saying? Las Vegas is no longer standing. Um, fuck Washington, fucking California and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a drastic change and shit, guys. You know what I'm saying? And this is just me speaking ahead of time. This is me speaking before time comes and shit, man. But man, why a lot of little kids been having dreams about 800 meter waves and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Fucking coming down on the earth and shit. You know what I'm saying? And how the fuck little kids know what 800-meter waves are and shit? You know what I'm saying? 4 years old and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say from that and shit. I heard a lot of stories too and shit, man, where this might be the last Christmas and shit, man, that we all celebrate and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? 100%. They said there's gonna be a Christmas next year, but a lot of people won't really see it as Christmas and shit. You know what I'm saying? Less lights, less excitement, less a lot of things and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be careful and shit, man, and what this government and shit has under their sleeves and shit, because they want total domination. They want total control. They want to put a chip in your brain. They want to read your mind. They want to know your secrets and shit, man. They want to know this and that and shit, guys. And, it's crazy. It's crazy. I know they give us Facebook. I know they give us all these entertainment, these basketball sports and stuff, you know. After Jake Paul got his shit fucking rocked and shit, right? That was God saying that he ain't fucking playing. You know what I'm saying? Like fake shit's no longer fucking allowed and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the reality of it and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you want an entertainer and shit. You want a real champion. Here we go, man. You know, boom. We're gonna use this dude and shit, and he's gonna go against this dude, and bow. You know what I'm saying? Everybody said the streamer was gonna win, and everybody probably put money on the streamer and shit because he's always been winning and shit, man. But what if it was a setup? But I don't know, man. I kind of feel like they went off script, and you could tell it went off script as soon as he got fucking pow on the motherfucking face and shit, man. As soon as he got fucking rocked and shit, you could tell that he was no longer on script and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, never mind. Pow. You know? They said Logan said that if he wasn't on the fucking WWE fucking contract and shit, man, he would fucking definitely fight Joshua and shit, man. Um, do you think Joshua does the same thing to Logan, or do you think Logan gets him? Yo, what up, Jason? How you doing, bro? Welcome. Hey, they're about to have total control now. Taxes on everything we do and have. Is that what they're doing too? Have total control now. Taxes on everything we do and have. That's wild, right? But they want us to go into the digital world and shit, digital ID and shit like that, man. So it's just controlled by a button and shit, man. They're able to delete it, they're able to subtract it, they're able to take it away from you, you know? Yo, what's up? Hey, Crazy J, what's going on, my boy? Good morning, my brother. Shouts out to the East Coast. Hell yeah, already getting high just like you are, man. Let's go, my boy. Let's go. What up, Otsego, Michigan, man? Smoking on some chronic flower. That chronic. They stopped pennies, but I have to give them up at the store still. It's a setup. It's a way to strip us from our money. You know what I'm saying? It's a way to strip us from our money. I tried. I'm trying to save them, but guess what? When you save them and you're going through some hard times, you're gonna go to the machine and you're gonna trade them in, you know? I mean, for more money, but you're gonna trade it in, you know, and these dollars are gonna fucking disappear quick too and shit, man. You know, it's sad, you know. I just saw a video of this dude, hey, Grand Rising. What's up, Jennifer Wood? Welcome. Donald Trump's best friend. I forget, but he said, this to all you broke fucks, a old ass man, you broke fucks and shit, man. This is how Christmas should be looking and shit, man. This is how Christmas should look and shit, and this and that and shit, man. If your tree don't look like this with 300 and some presents and shit, man, then there's a fucking problem. There's a fucking problem, you know. And it's crazy and shit, man, because I believe all these rich people and shit would be broke too and shit, man, if these rich people would be broke too and shit, man, if there was no rules or laws that backed them up, or you know they were able to fucking use different um mechanisms to, you know, get their fortune and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? However, you know what I'm saying, they use their money or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like these fools would be broke as fuck too and shit, man. The only reason they got so much money is because we're making millions for them and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they can't make millions every day. They can't make millions by themselves. You know what I'm saying? They had to learn how to fucking enslave us and shit, right? Give us $7 an hour, $8 an hour, $10 an hour. Hey, I want to make $10. Hey, I want to give them more. Hey, give somebody 15 and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then people are gonna want to work for that and shit, and we'll just trap them in money and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we'll make them think that they're really putting in hard work and shit, and they're getting paid what they're worth and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever and shit. But it's just slavery, guys. Hey, what's up, Rihanna Miller? Welcome. It's just straight up slavery. Donald's not my best friend. I remember when Trump visited his site, everyone was talking about it. Yes, and you know who's on it? Didn't Trump just come out with a coin with his face on it too and shit? I mean, I'm pretty sure he has plenty of coins with his face on it, but there was one that just came out and shit, him and another face and shit, side by side or some shit like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You talk about the pennies, right? Abraham Lincoln on the pennies, right? Like Nancy Pelosi having 220 million. I mean, Tupac tried to tell us about this a long time ago, though. You know what I'm saying? There's people that have millions and hundreds and millions, billions of dollars. For what, though? You know what I'm saying? He was pretty much saying, like, man, you got all this money. You could actually help your community. You could actually put into your community. You could invest in your community. Oh, nobody believed me and yes, and he put his own pages in the freaking Bible. Hey, what up, Sean? How you doing, Mr. Sean Johnson? You see, hey, Angela, I'm happy that you're telling people that and shit right now because I tried to tell people a long time ago and shit that they're gonna. I honestly believe that he is the AC in the flesh and shit, man. I believe his little horn son and shit, man, will eventually, or is probably running shit behind the scenes and shit, man. I've never seen Baron Trump fucking talk for nothing and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I believe he could read minds or he could fucking, you know, control your brain or something and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But I've never seen Baron Trump fucking talk. Then he just recently had like 10 fucking 10 rulers or 10 kings or 10 wealthy blah 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 sign this whole piece fucking bullshit. Yeah, I believe he's the AC. I mean, we have a book called The Last President. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about Baron Trump's magical adventure, overnight adventures, or some shit like that, or dark adventures, or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? All like time travel and shit. It's straight crazy. Straight crazy. But they call me crazy. You see, I started Smoke Nation Worldwide to give people a heads up and a warning because if you've been watching me from the beginning of time, my videos have always been about the future, preparing people and shit, the mark of the beast, you know what I'm saying? Um, I believe Elon has a lot to do with it too and shit, man, due to the fact that he just created Neuralink and shit, Neuralink. And then the mission is to get people to get the mark on the right hand, the chip on the right hand, or put it on their forehead and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, or put it in their head and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So, um, Elon already does that and shit. You know what I'm saying? But hey, what's up, Michelle? How you doing? Welcome. When I start speaking like this, and I don't read a book, I don't, guys. I've been able to sit here and collect all this information from right here, and there is people out there that break some shit down way better than I do and shit. But I promise, I've been sitting right here on this chair and shit, not this particular chair because it's brand new and shit. But everybody will tell you and shit. I've been able to talk about the future and shit, man, way before the future has ever came about and shit, man. way before Corona came about and shit, man. We talked about the government poisoning us and shit, man. And that's how we used it and shit. That's how we referred it and shit, man. And that was like 2015, maybe. It was when Syria fucking sprayed their fucking. They say they fucking chemical. It was a chemical warfare or something that they did to their fucking people or some shit like that. It could have been false news, but I'd highly doubt because they call everything true false, you know. But around that time and shit, man, hey, but what would you guys do if you're blah 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 blah, and what if they told you had to go get a vaccine or go get in line to. And what happened next and shit, man, people had to go get in line and go get in a vaccine and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I also said and shit in the near future, stores will close and shit, man, but I believe the reason the stores close and shit is because of looting, because of stealing and shit, you know what I'm saying? But we have no choice but to steal when they're taking food and rights away from us and shit. How the fuck are we supposed to survive? You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, you know. Um, People need to hold the people with the fucking contracts and shit, because people with contracts and the people with the fucking pen and shit, they got their own little soldiers that already bent over backwards for them and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we need an army of people and shit, man, to go to all these fucking people's houses and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And let them know and shit, man, because they're gonna fucking try to create a fucking. Eventually, they call it a purge and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're already making the Hunger Games and shit. He already created the fucking Hunger Games and shit in the U.S. and shit, guys. It's called the Patriot Games and shit. He just signed the Patriot Games and shit, man, for next 4th of July and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I believe that's why the ballroom is being created and shit, man, so they could celebrate the winner and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how many days or whatever and shit, right? But I know that they're supposed to get a young boy and a young girl, 18 years old, smart, intelligence. You know what I'm saying? I don't know skills or whatever and shit, but as far as I know, they're supposed to be 18 years old, a, a boy and a girl from each state. Look that shit up, guys. Look that shit up, guys. Look that shit up. Bro, when he whispered in his ear or whatever and shit, right? Will Rose. Hey, Merry Christmas Eve, Eve. Right, right, right. Because they know what's coming down the pipeline, right? Man, folks are crazy and shit, man. They call me a conspiracy person, but I've been able to sit down right here and shit, man. At the end of the day, the sheep and all the people get led to the slaughter. You know what I'm saying? Because religion and shit, guys. You know, I believe in something magical, something great. I believe in a creator and shit, not religion and shit, man. I believe in the spiritual being and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I believe in, you know, our Jesus, man. You know what I'm saying? Gave his life and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? God gave his begotten son and shit, man. For our sins and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? 100%. You know. So I just need everybody and shit, man, to get right with God and shit, man, in a major way. You know what I'm saying? You know, Yahweh is the only way. You know what I'm saying? You know, yo, what up, John? How you doing, bro? If she has a home jail style tattoo from an amateur artist on her ankle, avoid that future restraining order. Ever since CERN's been running those experiments a few years back, they haven't had a they haven't had a hold on the spiritual realm. There's demons all over the world now in the human flesh. Oh, most definitely. And I believe that's who's doing all the killing right now and shit, man. Guys, there's been so many females being murdered by their fucking boyfriends and shit out here in Arizona, maybe like 5, 6 in the past fucking few days or overnight. Overnight, five females killed by their fucking dude or side dude or whatever and shit, you know? But you know what I also think it is? They used to have factories of test tube babies. Hey, Jason, love and respect, bro. Hey, definitely have a good day. Appreciate you, my brother. What do you call it? I think those demons and shit, man. I think those demons made it into the bodies of these demons made it into the bodies of these test tube babies and shit, man, that have no fucking soul and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? The babies in the incubators and shit, man. I don't know, man. There was incubator babies back in the day, and I believe those are the ones that they take control of and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing it out there and shit, man, because I'm just putting shit together. Because I'm just putting shit together. You know, like I know my soul's not compromised, so they would have to come into a body that has no soul. And I believe that's the bodies of those people and shit, man. Hey, check that shit out. Incubator babies. Right? That's crazy about those test tube babies, right? Yeah, I'm just thinking about like too many religious people with ego, hypocrites, and judgment on other pretending to be religious are demons. I mean, we saw little Nikki. I mean, we saw little Nikki, right? We keep hearing more about shapeshifters. Shit, I saw a video of a big old giant frog man. I mean, could have been AI and shit, man, but could only imagine and shit, man, why it would have created this creature if it was AI, and only because this creature does exist. But, you know, I don't know, man. It's crazy and shit, man. They said that there's a dude, a thing called Dogmon. There's another one fucking called, I forget the other one right now, but man. Yeah, bro, the Bible speaks about warning of hypocrites and basically a holler, then no attitude, etc., etc. But what do you see? I see sunny days judging people all the time, you know? I see sunny days judging people all the time. But if you get into the deep conspiracy theory of Zionists, you understand why religions is pitted against each other and how it has become basically a powerhouse grab. Yeah, I mean, religion is not a God thing. You know what I'm saying? Um, Religion is a government thing. Yeah, religion is a government thing. Ancient Native Americans have been talking about basically shape shifters for hundreds and thousands of years, man, for sure. Yo, what up, George Sanchez? Welcome, bro. ¿Qué dice Jorge? ¿Cómo estamos? Wake and bake. You already know, bro. Yeah, man, it's crazy and shit, man. Hey, what's the life for me? That's the life for me. Man, putting my socks on real quick. Speaks. I know. You're speaking for yourself right now. I was just, you told me what do I see, and then I was just telling you that's what I saw. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh man. Oh shit. My bad, guys. Fuck, I forgot we're on two different videos. My bad. I got all fucking comfortable and shit. Like, shit. Welcome to WORK, Smoke Nation Worldwide Radio, brought to you by Camel Wraps. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Camel is not sponsoring us, but it'll be dope though. Religion is also a tax shelter for a lot of people. Man, you know, I just believe that we just been lied to and shit, and they figured out how to give us a little bit of freedom and shit, get us off the chains and shit. Here, let these little slaves and shit feel like they could own a car and they could own a house and own an apartment and they could fucking have kids and shit and live a life and shit. But they got to come back to the fields and shit every morning. Every morning they got to clock in and they got to clock out. And they got to clock in and they got to clock out. And they going to think and shit. They're doing it for the family because we're charging them and shit. The farmer, like whoever owns this fucking fields, whoever owns the waters, whoever owns the motherfucking foods. I mean, you're paying them rent and shit. You know what I'm saying? We are paying them rent. These motherfuckers. Man, people's behavior speak for itself. I'm not judging any individual, but people actions speak for itself. You can't claim to be Christian, but yet hate others, thinking they're better than them, etc., even in a passive aggressive way. Smoke Nation Worldwide Radio. They won't be ready for that. They won't be ready for that. Yeah, man, fucking. We just been programmed to be programmed to be programmed and shit. Hey, pinche, clock in, man. Just shut the fuck up and listen to your boss. Shut the fuck up and listen to your teacher. I mean, your parents tell you to shut the fuck up and listen to your teachers too, so they program you at home and shit. Like we're all a slave into this shit. You know what I'm saying? We tell kids the way you act out there represents the way it represents our family and shit. You know, the way you act out there, it represents your mom and dad and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, fucking programming shit, man. It's been a big ass fucking program all of our life and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But nobody wants to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to talk about it. You know, I just feel like I'm the person that got off the program. Why? Because people are guys. I still living like a little kid and shit. I'm not lying. I still feel like my 10-year-old self and shit. I still feel like that 9-year-old kid and shit. You know what I'm saying? I just happened to fucking start evolving and started aging and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel 38. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else has issues and problems because they got bills and problems and shit. I mean, I got my bills and problems, but there's not as much as fucking everybody else is stressing and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just try not to put into this world and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I just try to put my energy out there, you know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I would say that and shit, man. The story is always told by, you know, the conquerors and shit. The what do you call it? The victors. There you go. You know, that's how they program to create the system and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is the history right here. And when somebody asks you, you tell them this story right here, because this story is the right story. You tell any other story, they won't believe you. They'll make fun of you. They'll laugh at you. They'll think you're a conspiracist. We don't even want to go into that world yet. It's crazy. Just like when your house or your vehicle are paid for, you still got to keep paying taxes every year. Man, right? You got to do the emissions and pay for tags, right? Every year. It's wild. Like, how do we get it off of that and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we take it out of the government's hand and shit, you know? And property taxes on them also. Oh yeah. You see, I don't have to worry. Like, I rent. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but then when I have a house, that's when I know I gave in. Yeah, because I consider myself like a jungle boy. One thing, one big reason for property tax is to keep government able to infringe on your property and parts of the world where they don't have property tax. Police are not allowed to come on your property, but with property tax, they're allowed to invade will with righteous cause behind it. Welcome to America. Everybody loves America. But I ain't gonna say nothing because everybody's fucking getting hit with treason, this and treason that and shit. You know what I'm saying? 100%, man. But they act like none of this government ever fucking did treason on our people and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Especially when they're fucking being lobbied money from fucking other people and shit, man. I don't know, man. I I'm glad I didn't become a politician or anything like that and shit, man. I don't have the brains for it. I don't have the brains for it. I don't have the brains common sense, yeah, but the brains, that they use and shit is not equipped to the brain that I have. Straight wild. Hell yeah, man. Shouts out everybody, man. Today's the 23rd, Christmas Eve. Ooh wee. Hell yeah, Will Rose, you be good, my brother. Hell yeah, I'm gonna be taking off shortly too. I'm gonna try to take my car. Hopefully it don't fuck up on me. I don't think it will. I'm hoping not. Hey, the people tend to forget the government is for the people and not the people for the government, man. Right. They forgot that a long time ago. We got to go back to who sold them a dream and shit. You know what I'm saying? Where was the democracy really fucking tainted at and shit? You know what I'm saying? Yo, what up, Ken? How you doing? Welcome. Good morning, my boy. How we doing? Hell yeah, man. That's why you gotta get you a motherfucking family going or something and shit, bro. But to each his own and shit, man. Keeps you busy and shit, man. Oh yeah, good to hear, bro. Definitely good to hear. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to go to work in a little bit. Thought about taking my rig with me, but I'm good. I actually gotta look for my green rig and shit, man. That's a silicone piece and shit, man. I'm hoping that we're able to plug in my slurper to it and shit, man, and hits like a fucking champ, you know? Oh shit, Rihanna Miller, love and respect. Thank you very much for coming through. Heck yeah. Hey, sometimes we gotta get them phone calls, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Sometimes they're important, sometimes they're not. Hey, but at the end of the day, them phone calls definitely gotta get picked up. Orazio here. I've been fucking calling you and shit. You don't answer. Man, how we doing, guys? Everybody doing all right? I hope so, man. I'm chilling, man. Vibing with you guys. Making it happen and shit, man. Slowly but surely, you know. Happy holidays, everybody. Oh, shit. Got me a nice My lady got me a nice fucking stocking. Hell yeah, check this shit out. Right. Right. I guess we play phone tag. All right, guys, I'm gonna take one last dab, and it's gonna be time to go to work, guys. I was gonna put in sick time, cause shit, yeah, should have, you know. I mean, I should put sick time in tomorrow and shit, you know. I'm sick. I'll be back on Friday. They'll probably let me use my sick time though. Let's see what happens. I'm not done yet, guys. I'm not done yet. Almost though. Almost. Here we go. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. I feel good. So good. Ooh-wee. You guys have a good one, guys. Love you guys, man. Stay blessed. Stay elevated. Always chase a dream. Don't let nobody bring you down. Happy holidays. And I'll see you guys on the next one.